everybody? We in the house. Grow Show heading right at you right now. So this week, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Halloween Horror Nights. Some Six Flags stuff. Six Flags New England stuff. Cedar Point, SeaWorld, Islands of Adventure, Kids Fest, Fright Fest. The new announcement of Luna Park Fest. A haunted graveyard event that maybe you guys might want to check out. We'll see. I wrote all the details down about it, and it took up a whole page. I didn't have time to type a lot of stuff up. And we're also going to go over, because the flyer finally came out for Roller Coasters A. That thing came out. So it comes out with the cost and everything you get included with that, if you're thinking about doing that. You know, a lot of things to talk about. And I also want to talk about Planet Coaster in a little bit. The only thing I'm trying to find out, and we'll find out when more people join in, is times to stream it. Because it's kind of weird all over the place. Certain times, nobody really watches it until like the next day. Certain times, there's more viewers than others. And certain times, certain days, more people chime in and chit-chat. We have some awesome conversations while we're streaming it. So if that's your thing, we'll ask that in a little bit. You know, we'll get into all the different types of cool thing. It seems that there's a lot of Halloween-orientated stuff. There's some other ride announcements and some other cool stuff. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on. And then bring you up to speed of what's going on this weekend. And if you weren't paying attention, this morning we dropped vlog number 12, which was our visit to Six Flags on Sunday. That had Kids Fest. It had Northern Lights. What do you call it? Northern Lights. The laser show. Also, I went to a couple areas. One area in particular, I kind of was like, oh, maybe check this out. And then there was other areas that I did that I didn't say anything about, but you have to pay attention. And if you realize what I'm looking at, then you kind of get a gist of possible 2019 locations of things. So that was kind of my way of kind of giving you hints about stuff. And see what's going on with that. So I don't know if you guys paid attention enough. And if you look at it's filmed weird. It was like an art filter that I didn't take off from when I was at Great Wolf Lodge. Didn't change it in the camera, so it just kind of made it look. I mean, it was cloudy and crappy kind of, and then it got hot and it kind of looks weird. But I kind of like it. It looked kind of cool. In my eyes, anyway, it looked cool. It's about to begin. What's up, Marcus Bean? Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. Like I said, obviously, this week is more Halloween-orientated because there's a lot of cool things. Yes, we're going to talk about coaster events. Yes, we're going to talk about announcement news. Because, Marcus Bean, there's something that was talked about today in your neck of the woods that I saw that I found very interesting. And somebody keeps messaging me on Facebook. So I'll check that out. And, another tidbit. Hey, what's up, Lindsay? Another thing that I think people should be aware of. I don't know how many of you watch Casey Neistat videos, but today he did the comparison of the two new DJI drones. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because he found a way legally to film at Coney Island. And he's got some amazing footage flying the drones over Luna Park. Like, it's amazing footage that you should probably check out. And I definitely want to get the DJI Zoom drone because that thing is cool as hell. I have the Mavic Air, and I've been flying it more frequently because I love flying it. And I'm trying to get more and more used to the drones because I want to be able to film it in other places. And I think I'm going to go get the pilot's license for it. So that way people can kind of get it, I don't have to worry about where I'm going to film and make sure I follow all the rules and regulations. So that way I don't get in trouble and can probably get more things done with parks and stuff. So, yeah. So that's that. So, without further ado, let's start breaking into some news, and then we're going to talk about all the kind of cool stuff that is going on. All right, so I want to start off with Universal Orlando with Halloween Horror Nights. They finally, for the most part, what I believe is they finally finished off Yeah, someone asked me to do some measurements and stuff. That's Cactus Jack. That doesn't really get any love in this house anymore. Matter of fact, I'm going to be selling my Spider-Man, my Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think that's all I'm selling for right now. I love Mata Hari. That's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, in League last night, I murdered everybody on Mata Hari over there. This was the highest score I could get. You can get 28 points. You play 4 games. 7 points for first place, 5 for second, 3 for third, and then 1 point for last place. And I got 3 first place and a second place. Never done that good, period, ever in Pinball League, and it was awesome. And I mean, I was playing Creatures from the Black Lagoon. I love the game, and I was in last place. I'm like, hey, what's up, John? And I was in last place on the last ball. I was the last player, and I had like crap for points. I don't even know if I had 3 million points on the game, and then I ended up with like 85 million by the end of it. It was amazing because the guy that was in first place had like 50, 60 million, something like that, and he walked away. He got a beer, and he was like, he was just like, you know, he was talking to me afterwards. He was like, you know, I walked away thinking I had the game, and I came back, and he was like, what the, you know. And I came and I just smacked the game. And then the next game I took second place. I forgot what the second game was. What was the second game? No, wait. 721. Yeah, whatever it was. I don't know. Whatever game it was that I took, I forgot. I think it was like Wizard of Oz. I might have got not 26. I might have got 24, not 26. Because I think I got third place on Wizard of Oz. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I got third place. Maybe last place. I don't know. But regardless, anyway, whatever I got, I won the night. I murdered everybody. It was amazing. And I had a great night. But Mata Hari, I murdered everybody. It was great. So anyway, so back to Universal. I know I'm scatterbrained and I jump everywhere. But yeah, Universal Halloween Horror Nights, they finally got their lineup of haunts and scare zones, because they just announced another haunt that's going to be the Horrors of Blum, which features Happy Death Day and the First Purge. So they have Halloween 4, Poltergeist, Trick or Treat, the Horrors of Blum, they got Bloom, whatever, and then Seeds of Extinction, Carnival Graveyard, Dead Exposure, Scary Tales, and Slaughter Cinema are the haunts at Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando this year. Then the scare zones of The Harvest, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Revenge of Chucky, Vamp 85, and Twisted Tradition. So if you're into that thing, you know, plus, don't forget the haunt Stranger Things. So that's what they got going on for Halloween Horror Nights. It's pretty solid. I mean, especially with Stranger Things, Halloween 4, Poltergeist, Trick or Treat. I'm interested to see how the Horrors of Blum works out. Seeds of Extinction could be like a hit or miss kind of thing, depending on how they do it. Carnival Graveyard is just like something that I think we're all kind of like, oh, wait, yeah, maybe. And then the other one's Dead Exposure. Scary Tales could be good. Slaughter Cinema could be good. I mean, they all could be good in their own right, but who knows? So I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to Halloween Horror Nights this year. So for those that do, let me know what you think about it. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out the final lineup for Hauntapalooza and get that done. I think I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I'm going to be just chilling out and just finish it, because I think tonight after the show I want to do some Planet Coaster. I'm just going to start actually, last night I was going to stream when I got back from a pinball, and then I decided I started playing, and I was like, let me build like a couple things, and then I looked at the time like, I'm not going to stream. I want to just go to bed. Like, I was exhausted, because I would have stayed up to like 2 or 3, you know, do a 2 or 3 hour stream, and it just wouldn't have been good for me. So I didn't do that. So in the next tidbit from Orlando, down in Islands of Adventure, I don't know how many heard about this. I don't know the IP, so I don't care about Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Florida. Which IP don't you care about, or you don't care about any of them? The Eighth Voyage to Sinbad, closing forever, September 15th. So if that was something that you enjoyed, well, you better get there. If not, then sorry, but it's closing. And it's probably going to sit dormant for a little bit while they figure out exactly what they're going to do with it. And whenever they decide to do something, I just think, honestly, in that section is eventually, and I know they got that restaurant there, and I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now, but everybody loves that restaurant, and it's going to be tough for them to get rid of that restaurant because it's so popular, makes a ton of money, and then I think the worst case scenario is maybe reincorporate that into an area, and I don't know. I don't know what you do there. Because if they could run a risk of maybe trying to offer the same menu, but I've never been in that restaurant. So I don't know what the theming is like. I don't know what the food is like. So for someone like me, I don't care. I know for people that are huge fans of it are going to care. But I think that area are going to be pissed if they get rid of it or revamp it. I don't know what you do, but yeah, that's what it is. But still, at the end of the day, I don't know if what do you call it? That area is just kind of, it's dated now. There's not much going on. I honestly could see them revamping the other show. Obviously, doing something with this one, revamping the restaurant into something else in the future. What is going to happen, I don't know. There's a lot of rumors going around about just grazing the building, putting something new, or just retheming it with something else. So time will tell when the time comes. That's for sure. In a strange but funny crime, I had to mention this. I didn't really put details. Just what I'm going to say is just kind of funny. There was a 20-year-old that's been arrested for breaking into a water park in Iowa and stealing funnel cakes. That's all. I read that and I just started cracking up. I didn't write any more details. I just thought that was hilarious enough just to say. But there is somebody who went into a water park not to steal anything really worth of value. They stole funnel cakes. I don't know. I think that's funny. Like, hey, I'm just gonna go steal a bunch of funnel cakes. I don't need nothing else. Like, I'm not gonna steal a bunch of chairs and lounge chairs. I'm not gonna try to steal money or merchandise. I just gonna stick up the invisible ghost and take all the funnel cakes you got. That's kind of funny. I mean, Stranger Things. I didn't mind watching Stranger Things. I mean, I haven't watched all of it. I've only seen a few episodes. But what I saw was pretty decent. It wasn't my favorite thing in the whole wide world. But I didn't pay to see it, so I guess that is what it is. People stole ice cream when Jimmy and I were at Six Flags. What's up, Charles? A lot of people steal a lot of things. I remember one time I seen some people steal the stuffed animals during riding of the bull when ERT was over. You know how they hang up, on the ceilings of the game? The big ones just yanked them down and walked right out with them. I've seen that happen. People are nuts. People like to steal stuff. People just have no consideration for anything. Yeah, I mean that would be cool. The Lost Continent theme. I probably should have read the article more. Maybe he fired up the oven or he stole the liquid batter and took it home. I don't know, but I just saw that and laughed and it was just like, I just got to say about it. Yes, I'm not the greatest of news reporters to get all the information, but I just thought it was funny just to even mention that somebody would steal funnel cakes. I thought it was a joke, but it wasn't. It was on a legit, like, channel something news. Yeah, the Lost Continent theme, I agree. I mean, the time, let's all face it, the time's ticking with Marvel Island. The time is ticking. I don't know when that time is, but eventually Disney's going to get it back one way or another. Hey, maybe I am. I'm the crappy version of CNN. That's what I am. maybe I do a little bit better reporting than CNN sometimes. That's how I feel anyway. But yeah, I mean, let's face it. I don't know when. I know that that deal is ironclad, and I just feel that Disney at some point is gonna. I think what's gonna happen is Disney's gonna pay off Universal, because we all know there's been talks back and forth for some time, whether it's hit or miss, whatever, and it's gonna cost them. You know, it's going to cost Disney some money to get those rights to them characters back. I don't know what it's worth to Universal and Disney. I don't know what that amount of money is. But, you know, at some point, Disney is going to pay off Marvel. Marvel, obviously, is just not going to hand over those rights. They're kind of holding the cards because Disney's kind of screwed. Disney can't really do shit with anything. They're stuck. They are stuck in a position where they can't use it in Orlando. It's kind of finicky over in California. Overseas, different story. And, you know, it is what it is. But I just feel Disney is going to be on the attack to get it back. They're going to have to do something. You have this huge property. People want the stuff, and you can't give it to them because of a deal between Marvel and Universal before Disney bought it. I know it's complicated. I know it's crazy. But Lost Continent retheme would be good. I just feel that I don't think that's the way it's going to go if they did do that. If they were smart, they would just use DreamWorks. You can retheme, just take all your DreamWorks properties. And I've said this before, because you have the Cartoon Lagoon area there, and it all needs, hey, what's up, Larry Hall? The Toon Lagoon needs a whole new refresh over there. It's all dated. I mean, it's got a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people. I'm sure, you know, when you have Dudley Do-Right and you got Popeye, a lot of kids today have no clue what these cartoons are. It's kind of dated. Why are they going to keep spending the money for something that's not real? I mean, Dudley Do-Right Falls at Universal Islands of Adventure is an amazing ride. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. But, again, that the theming is dated. It's all, you know, it's all that stuff. And yes, with Disney making the successful Marvel movies, they're stuck. They're in a pickle because now they want to, you know, people want Black Panther. They want Iron Man. They want it all. People want it all. They keep telling, you know, people keep hitting Disney up. And yeah, Woody Woodpecker's another one. I love Woody Woodpecker. I still to this day. But most kids today, I mean, my kids know what all this stuff is because when they were growing up and I had DVDs like Gumby and Woody Woodpecker and all that stuff, my kids know what all that stuff is because I showed it to them. A lot of parents were just like, the hell with it. Kind of out of sight, out of mind. You know? Yeah, I mean... well, I believe Universal sells Marvel merch inside Marvel Island, but Disney can still sell it because I've seen it. I've seen the merchandise inside Disney, you know, in Walt Disney World for Marvel. They can do that. They just the problem that they have, and there's the reason why they can do Guardians of the Galaxy is that character falls in the crack and is not part of the Universal deal. That's the only reason why they can do that over at Epcot, is because that comic wasn't put into the deal. Because at that time, the comic wasn't really that popular. Nobody really knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy was. And then all of a sudden, boom, breakout, surprise hit. So now it's like, okay, we can use this. Because you know the Disney lawyers went over this contract and were like, what can we use? What can we do? What can't we use? Yeah, Woodpecker sounds dirty. It does. So, again, it's just all of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the plushes, that's a different thing. Because, and the only reason why I know this is because when I went to IAPA and I saw all the prizes, you know, you see all the areas with the games, the crane machines, the coin pushes, the pinballs, the arcade game. the air hockey, etc. And then they have, like, next to that is a whole area of all these companies that sell the costumes for the parks. Like, matter of fact, the bears that are at Canopy Lake Park, you can buy them for $25 to $100 a piece each. They'll mail them right to your house. I almost bought one, and I was that close. But technically, I can't buy anything at IAPA because when I go, it's for press and not as a buyer. If you don't have a buyer badge, you cannot. Technically, you're not supposed to buy anything. And money doesn't exchange hands on the floor. It's not allowed. You're not allowed to sell anything on the floor. But the point of the story is they sell plushes of everything. And you just buy crates and crates and crates of it. And you're just buying it and putting it in. There's no rule against this that I know of. And I mean, unless there's something specific to a specific company that's like, no. Because, I mean, like Six Flags, I've seen it at Hershey. I've seen it at Cedar Fair Parks, like Dorney and King's Dominion and so on. There's all kinds of stuff. Super Mario, there's Minions, there's all kinds of stuff that go on, Pikachu and all that. So you're just buying them in bulk. And you're just putting them in your machines. So that's how that works out with the prizes. And the same thing, and come to find out, Six Flags New England is really the test for all the prizes for the whole chain. I didn't realize that until I was told that by the park. So they said that they actually have, like, from each park, somebody comes down and they go to Six Flags New England and they have like a showcase thing of all these different prizes. All the prizes before they go out to the other parks go to Six Flags New England. Kind of weird. I don't understand why Six Flags New England is the chosen one, but they are. It's kind of crazy, but they are the chosen one. When it comes to the prizes, for the games and the cranes and all that stuff, they are the chosen one. Kind of crazy. But yeah, like I said, I do see that at some point, I don't know if it's 10 years, 20 years, 2 years. I mean, because like a couple of years ago, Disney and Universal was sitting at the table trying to hash out something. So something's got to be happening more sooner than later. And they're probably Universal's working behind the scenes to get ready to retheme. Yes, they do need pinball. Six Flags does need pinball, but trust me, I've talked to the park. I don't think that's something. I think the problem is because of high maintenance that these games are compared to the other ones. And I know that the other ones are high maintenance too, especially like the coin pushes. Games like that, anything that has mechanical moving parts are going to be a maintenance nightmare. And they probably, A, don't know anybody willing to put in the pinballs there. B, maybe they just don't want to deal with it. Because pinballs break down so easily. Trust me, I know. Myself knows, Dave knows. We all know that pinball machines are not an easy thing to... I mean, hey, Jeremy's there. Unless you know how to fix a machine, you're kind of like lost. You know what I mean? You're lost in a world. Ask Dave how many times when something broke. I was harassing him, trying to get knowledge for something because I didn't know even where to begin. And then eventually, after having one of the guys, the fixed pinball, come here and watch, and then watching from Dave, and Dave teaching me stuff, and the other guy and other people teach. Then I learn, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. And then opening a manual to the games I have, because when you buy used ones, sometimes you don't get a manual. And inside the manual has all the schematics, and you just follow them. My father's helped me, my brother's helped me. Looking at all the stuff, it's crazy. Is there a green whale on Surfing Safari? No, that is a crocodile. There's a crocodile with pink sunglasses on the playfield. There's a guy. Yeah, I heard about that. They were actually sprung up the Great Escape event on September 22nd. That weekend, I will not be around. I'm actually going to Pennsylvania to do haunts. We're doing Penhurst Asylum, and we're doing Eastern States Penitentiary for that weekend. So that's what we're doing there. What's next on the list of things to talk about? Where are we? Speaking of more haunted stuff, Six Flags as a company announced. I don't know how many people heard about the movie Hellfest, which I have to watch, and I need to check the movie credits. Yeah, somebody from Lee was having me measure how high it is from the bottom of the cabinet up. It might be leaving. I gotta message him after the show. Might be leaving. Finally. Anyway, so Hellfest. I have to watch the credits for the writers on it and see. I have to do some research. I may be able to have a lawsuit against Lionsgate because I have digital copyrights. I have all kinds of stuff on something that's a similar. I mean, almost to a T. Almost to a T. The movie script I started writing back in 2008, and we were talking with Lionsgate to put this movie out. We were talking with them. We had an agent. We had everything going on, and then the deal faltered out. But I think I got screwed on it. But I gotta do some research. I may have a lawsuit on my hands. But anyway, same premise except a different kind of location. But the whole point of this is Six Flags is getting three parks are getting haunts themed to Hellfest. It's in collaboration with the CBS films there that are coming to theaters. Great Adventure's getting it. Great America's getting it. And Magic Mountain is getting it. So that's going to be new for 2018. No, I didn't get paid, and the whole thing was I never sold the rights to the movie, but somebody else stole it and then sold it. And I can prove that I am the owner of it just by digital copyright. I can prove all that. I've already talked to a lawyer about it. It's probably a long shot because I have to do a lot of research to try to figure it out. Probably nothing's probably going to come of it, but the premise of the movie just is exactly what I had written back in 2008. And I was talking to the company that's putting it out, and so I probably got fisted. You know, who knows? But at least I would know that my idea made it. It's like I'm a muse. Everybody else, I give all these people ideas. People do them. They get successful at them, and all that. So yeah. Anyway, so be on the lookout if you're interested in that. So Great Adventure, Great America, and Magic Mountain are getting the haunts theme to Hellfest. So Cedar Point finally announces what 2019 is. Not a lot of total. They didn't really show anything. They said stuff. And if you go on the website, stuff. So basically the Dinosaurs Alive closed on September 3rd, done, and then it's going to be Forbidden Adventure that's going to open in 2019. It will not cost extra. It'll be included. It kind of reminds me. It kind of reminds me like an escape room type of thing. They say that there's going to be different endings depending upon you and your group. So it kind of reminds me like an escape room thing that's going to be included. That's going to be in that area with the Dinosaurs Alive, and obviously more information will come out when it does. So, but people were kind of like, what? I mean, because they showed like teasing with a pencil. Then they erased the Dinosaurs Alive, and then they're starting with this. Next on the list is SeaWorld San Antonio. 2019 plans leaked out, so now there's like 3 types of attractions that are going out. There's going to be a new turtle exhibit, plus they're going to get a Huss airboat ride, and they're going to get a midi disc from Zamparella, so it's a smaller version of the Pendulum, a smaller thrill, holds 16 riders. So that's what's coming into next year for SeaWorld San Antonio. So it's a nice little package thing of things going on. So I guess they get a step in the right direction. Like I keep saying, I'm a huge supporter of SeaWorld. I love SeaWorld. I love what they always do, and I love going there. So I want them to continue on for decades and even well past I die. it's just a cool place, and I enjoy going there every time I go. And not only do I enjoy the rides, I enjoy the exhibits. I don't care what PETA, whatever the hell their name is, says. I mean, who remembers when I had that Twitter war with them for like an hour? Then eventually they blocked me because they couldn't handle me. Couldn't handle me. It was awesome. When we just kept throwing memes and stuff at each other and talking trash. It was awesome. That was last year. But it was funny as hell, and it was awesome, and they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it. I strike them down with furious anger. I feel I won that battle because they suck. But yeah, I'm blocked from them guys on one account. I have other accounts that I can trash talk them on. So what's next on the thing? We talked about that. There are Bring a Friend free dates, which start soon. Whatever the 20th, that's 4 days. What day are we? This Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So starting Monday, I believe. From the 27th to the 31st is Bring a Friend free days. The ride announcements are next Thursday. And there's a flash sale. And people have been talking about the flash sale with the membership passes and all that, saying, you know, Six Flags New England said, hey, you know, we're not. It's never going to be lower than this, and I get it. They're great salesmen and great bullshitters. We all know this. I mean, even I wasn't buying into the whole never going to be lower price. They did it so we would buy into it right from the beginning, and we can't partake into it because we already got it, and we have to stay in it for 12 months. So the only people that can partake in this lower price is those that, and I don't even know what the price is. I haven't seen the price. The price hasn't been, but people are seeing things online. Either they're jumping the gun, freaking out. I don't know what the price is. It could be the same. It could be cheaper. It could be more. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm just going to wait till Thursday, see what it is. And the thing is, people are either going to be pissed or you're going to have to wait until next year. And you're going to be stuck in that because when we got our passes, we got them, I don't even remember what, March, April, whenever the hell it was. Whenever that is, like I forgot when the hell we got our passes. I forgot when it was what, February, January, March, whenever the hell it was, when we got the passes. And so we are stuck in a rut where we can never, unless we don't renew it, cancel it, and wait, and don't go to the park. And we ain't going to do that. We're just going to suck it up and stick with our membership price. We're going to get stuck in a weird spot, which is not going to be cool, but we're stuck. And it kind of sucks, especially if we can't cancel it until March, April, whatever. We can't cancel it until then. So what are we going to do? Miss a whole season? They got us. They got us bent over the table. Is what they did. They bent us over the table, and I don't know if yeah, it's a 12-month commitment when you start a membership. So we're stuck at this 12-month thing. I don't even know when the hell I don't even remember when the hell I joined. I don't know how much time I got left in it. Hopefully they send me an email when I'm gonna do it. I don't know. We're all stuck. Whoever did it in the off season, we're stuck and can't partake in the flash sale if we want it cheaper. I guess either you got to renew it or what. I don't know. I haven't. This is the first time I had a membership. I don't know if it keeps going. I believe it does. I think it just keeps going. I mean, if I have to re-up and then it's a higher price, I'm going to be bullshit about it and pissed. Yeah, after the 12 months, you get the option to cancel. If you don't have a Diamond Elite, you can always upgrade, but the clock starts again at 12 months again. It'll start, 0. So it all depends on when you started, and it just keeps going. So if you have the membership, it just keeps going and going and going and going. But hopefully the price doesn't just keep going up and up and up and up or whatever. I don't know if you're locked in. I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, when in doubt, I asked Jen, but the thing is, you're not always gonna get. Uh, Here's the problem. You because Six Flags is a corporate company, they're not gonna just. You can go talk to like Jerry Brick at Lake Compounce, and you can go talk to other family smaller parks that aren't part of the corporate world, and they're gonna tell you things about what's coming next year. Tell you, shh, don't say nothing. And Jen's job is to sell. She's a great seller. She's a great storyteller. She gets you involved. She can tell the story. She can sell it. She gets you, engaged in what she's trying to sell. She does a great. That's why she's in the position that she's in. She can sell it. She knows what she's doing. Over the years, there's been a bunch of things that I didn't like, and I remember the first day that I ever talked when I met Jen McGrath for the first time. I said, look, I'm not always going to agree with what you guys do. I said, I'll support what you guys do. I said, but I'm not always going to agree. And I said, when I don't agree, I'm going to tell you. When you do good, I'll tell you. When you do bad, I'll tell you. Lake Compounce isn't independently owned, but they're not on this huge scale like Cedar Fair, Disney, Universal, Six Flags. Lake Compounce is, that company is smaller compared to Six Flags. They're not as big, not as huge, not as well known, etc., etc. In the enthusiast world, yes, we know who they are, what they do, blah, 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 what parks they own. We can go on and on for days. But it all depends on who you're talking to. When you're talking to Six Flags corporate, when you're talking to Cedar Fair corporate, they are going to have their lips sealed. End of story. They're not going to purposely let things slip out you know what I mean? Unless they're purposely like doing a leak to hype something up. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you can go talk to somebody like a Jerry Brick, somewhere around there, and they're more personal. They'll tell you what's going on. Like when I saw Jerry Brick down in Iampa, and we were talking, and I said, hey, what's going on with this soda thing? And most people would be like, oh, it's this. Damn. You know what I mean? You talk to Six Flags, and it's not just Jen. It's any park in the Six Flags. It doesn't matter how great a relationship you have. They're not going to tell you things, because especially somebody with a site like this, and other people, they're just not going to do that. Any more updates on Six Flags 2019? There's a lot of stuff, a lot of pieces that are moving around in 2019. When I first heard, especially when Jerry Brick is the park manager of park president of Lake Compounce. But what I was told about Six Flags New England for 2019 may or may not happen now, because then something else popped up. So I don't know if that is going to happen or not. So what I did was, if you watch that vlog video that released on the YouTube channel this morning, I kind of talk about one thing, and then I move around the park without saying a word. And I focus on certain areas, and you need to pay attention, because there's several areas of things that can happen, but I didn't drop it, because I don't know if it's going to be the things that I was shown at first. Is it going to be 1? Is it going to be 2? Is it going to be 3? I don't know. I don't know if this stuff's purposely being leaked out to kind of throw us off the scent. I kept looking up at Agawam's town for the meetings for planning board, and nothing has showed up. So I'm starting to think one of the things that's in the video, in a section in an area, and I'm not going to say exactly what part of the video, because in case somebody's watching that I don't want knowing what I'm thinking, you'll have to figure that out on your own. But I've been doing investigative work to try to figure out and try to put it together. I mean, if it is the stuff that I've seen, totally awesome. If it's not what I've seen, then they really kind of hit it this year. But I was physically shown stuff. Not from the park, but things that say things that say things. I mean, I wish I wasn't in the position of knowing things that I did. Because I used to love playing the guessing game and not knowing nothing. I missed those days. Like, I didn't want to know nothing. I didn't want to be shown nothing. I didn't want to know nothing. You know. So, it is what it is when it comes down to that. I don't know. So, you know how it is? It's like, it sucks. Looks like Great America's new coaster is going in Pictorial. I wonder if they're going to get a Raptor. I wonder if they're going to get a Raptor, or I wonder what they're getting. Maybe they're going to get a Time Warp. I heard the Time Warps are a maintenance nightmare. I heard they're just messed up and they're not working right. Maybe they finally fixed the bugs in the thing. You know. What else do I got on here? All right, so Fright Fest, Six Flags, New England. They basically got rid of what they used to call that on Main Street, the graveyard, whatever, on Main Street. It's now called what the hell is it? I just threw it over here like a ding dong. It is now called Slaughter in the Hollow. It's a scare zone. But they rethemed Wicked Woods. Wicked Woods is no more Wicked Woods. Wicked Woods is going to be called Twisted Tales in the Wicked Woods. So they're going to take the fairy tales and do something like that. So I heard a rumor that Great America and Magic Mountain are getting Steel Curtain clones. I mean, that would be cool, but in a sense, stupid, but I don't know. I'm sick of the whole clone thing. See, I never got a chance to go in the Pictorium. The one and only time that I was at Great America myself was 2015, and it was busy, even with a flash pass, and I was trying to make sure I rode every ride that I could. Ride. And I didn't take the time to go in the Pictorium. So I don't know what it looks like on the inside. No, obviously not anymore. That thing's nothing. I don't know what's going on in there. I don't know what it looked like. I don't know if anybody here has been in there. I don't know what it was. I don't know. See, the thing about Fiesta Texas is they've been able, the park president has somehow convinced corporate to like give them the world. They've been getting like, they got that first type of water coaster that they got there. They get, hey, what's up, Coaster Box? They've gotten the Raptor. They've been getting all these cool rides. So they've been trying to get, that's kind of like where you go to put everything first. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird. It's weird that of all parks gets like all the cool stuff before everybody else for the most part. I don't know why they're the test park. Why can't Six Flags New England be a test park with some stuff besides stuffed animal prizes? So yeah, Fright Fest for the most part, everything else is going to be the same. So you get the Scare Zone retheme. I'm not going tomorrow. I'm going Saturday to Six Flags, and then Sunday I'm going to Lake Compounce. So I want to let you know that they rethemed Wicked Woods, so that's kind of exciting because it's been the same thing for God knows how long. You get the rethemed Scare Zone, so it's a step in the right direction. And I remember telling the park that they should be doing something with fairy tales because I saw something somewhere at some park about it. I was like, oh, you guys need to do this. Maybe my idea got used. Movie in a dome. How long ago was that at a Great Adventure? I don't remember that, but that don't mean anything. I've been going there since the 80s. Technically since 1980 I've been going there. I mean, I was a baby going through the safari, and then we kept going back to go to the park as I got older and older and bigger and all that. Kids Fest was last weekend at Six Flags. So basically everything kind of just stayed right over by the gazebo. They had the dunk tank. They had Jed McGrath doing Zumba with the kids. They had all different kinds of games and stuff to get prizes. Kids Fest was limited to right over by the gazebo in front of the gift shop there. And I guess for an adult, it wasn't really cool. You know, it was all kid stuff. I mean, it was fun seeing the kids go and have fun. I may have seen it, but I don't remember it. I don't remember the dome. So, but yeah, so Kids Fest, if you were a kid or you have kids, it was definitely cool to see. So hopefully they do it and expand on it. The only problem that I don't like about certain events that Six Flags does, and I'm sure as they're working things out, they'll get better at it, because it seems they like to tweak their events. Food and Brew was just limited to Gotham City area. And then Kids Fest was limited to the gazebo area. Which I don't think they should really be having any events in the gazebo area. It just congests the park. It needs to find an area elsewhere to do that. Like, a great example would be when they do the Awakening for Fright Fest. I think they should do that over by the bathroom, over by Scream. It's more open over there, and it keeps the main flow of the park continuously going. That's me. That's what I think. And I know that they use a lot of the stuff that's attached to the gift shop to make it work. I get why they do it. But I think that they should. I mean, really, Haunt Central should just be in the Grove. I mean, I get it when you have Houdini and you have the Haunted Mansion or Midnight Mansion. So you're trying to theme the park itself, and then you're trying to put all the haunts down in the Grove. I mean, the Grove can be expanded like crazy for haunts. They have all the buildings they can use. They can do a lot, and everything should be just done down there. But you're not going to get a lot of people down there because everybody's going to be confused at first, and they're going to miss out on it. And I get it. It's to get the whole park going. It's a fine line what to do. I mean, you'd like to spread it out through the whole park so the whole place isn't busy. I mean, I loved it when they used the water park for the Voodoo Haunt. That was a cool haunt, but nobody went to it. Nobody realized it was where it was. So they stopped doing it. That haunt got killed off because nobody went to it, because nobody thought to go over there. People were that dumb, they couldn't figure out, hey, let's go over on the other side of Batman, like I'm going to the water park, and go do it. Plus, people don't want to pay for haunts. People want them free. So when you get the Diamond Elite, you get a free wristband at every visit. So that's nice. So, yeah. So if you watch the vlog video, you see all the Kids Fest stuff. You see the Northern Lights stuff. I love that show. I prefer it. Yeah, Six Flags, trust me, I'm telling you this now, they are not, Six Flags New England is not getting a Skywarp. Totally wrong. Trust me, I knew. I was physically like a picture of paper like this, and a piece of it shows stuff for 2019. And it showed me things about 2019. A Skywalker. I mean, don't get me wrong, things can change. But see, here's the thing. They're not. I don't ever see Six Flags New England getting a Skywalker. And the only reason why I see that is because they already have a Lost and Looper. Why? I mean, I can't say why would you do that. You have two pendulum rides. You have two boomerangs. So why not have two similar rides like a Looper and a Skywarp? They're very similar. You know? Yeah, bonus weekends for the water park's good, especially if it's warm. I like that. So, there could be water park. They could maybe not. I am not going to say. I mean, the Lost and Loops, I like them on an occasion. I'm not a huge fan. I will ride them. I will have fun with them. But they're not my preference of ride. Skywarp, I hate to say it, I have no desire to ride it. I mean, I will definitely ride it once. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not something that I go, I gotta ride that. It's not on the list. It's not a roller coaster. It's a flat ride, in my opinion. Yeah, see, that's stupid having both. I know it's two different experiences, but it's the same ride. They both do the same thing. That's why I'm not a fan of them. So where's the last tidbit of news here? All right, so today it was announced Luna Park. They were able to purchase land, get a lease on the land. They're putting in a log flume. They're putting in an adventure area with the zip line, and what else was there? Log flume, zip line, and a ropes course. But the log flume isn't going to open in 2020. Everything else will open next year, and that'll be good for that. I love the artwork of it, the potential of it. So it'll be nice to see. But the problem they have is they're probably going to get rid of the log flume they have in Luna Park. I can't see them keeping both. I mean, it'll free them up to put something else on the other side. I mean, in this world, who knows what the hell is going to happen? I mean, if they want to get rid of the log flume and give it to me and bring it to my parents' house, I'll put it in my parents' yard and I'll ride it all the time. I would. All right, so let's get in. We got 2 events to get into, and then we got some questions to get into and some other cool things. So one thing I wanted to mention, I haven't heard about Great Chase leaving. That doesn't mean that it's not going to leave, because there's a thing going around about Kids World or something, and it said Springfield. I heard it was like Springfield, like somewhere else in the country, not New England. But there's this park. It's a concept for China, but it looks like it's going to be coming to the United States. So it's just these little parks. Luna Park at Coney Island, Brooklyn is what I'm talking about for that. It looks like they're going to do these concept parks that are just for kids. No thrill rides, no nothing. They're just going to be catered towards kids. So, but this is like a main concept for the China parks. So far, the rumor around the campfire is that they are going to do some in the United States. Yeah, I'd have a huge water bill, but that's okay. I'll just call up a water truck to fill it up. It cost me quite a few. Well, I mean, the portable model that they have sitting there, like they have in Maine, you just load up so much water into it, and you can have like a tank built to hold the water. You know, and then but I would ask them how I can do it to make it have the biggest splash, so I can get really wet. Well, my parents have well water, and I have well water at my house here. So, all right. So here's an event that anybody can attend. You don't have to be a member of any coaster group or anything like that. It's called Behind the Screams. It's on September 29th. I'll get to that question in a second, Coaster Box, before I scatterbrain. So it's Lake Compounce, called Behind the Screams, September 29th. It's going to include the following: admission to the park, the Haunted Graveyard, unlimited graveyard walkthrough speed pass, a free t-shirt Q&A, free food and drinks, 1 entry drawing into a Haunted Graveyard prop, front of the line pass for Lake Compounce attractions, and a free sky coaster ride. There's seminars about airbrushing and makeup, costume design, construction techniques such as wall panels, stone walls, tombstones and monuments. There's lighting and sound effects. What the hell is this? Oh, animatronics. An overview of the production of Haunted Graveyard. Takes place from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. The online price is $60. At the door is $65. There's a rain date of September 30th. So that's an event. You can go right on Haunted Graveyard website. You can go there. You can get it. I've already booked tickets for it. I love this kind of stuff. If you like Halloween and that, you can go take care of that. Because the park doesn't open at like 4 o'clock, something like that. So 4 or 5 o'clock, whatever. So you can do this, and then go ride some rides, and then go walk through the haunted house as many times as you want. It'll be great. So, if they were, Coaster Box, to answer your question, if they were to get a Skywalk, where would they put it? I would say that it's most likely probably going to go in flashback spot. I think the footprint would allow it to be there. You might have to move the balloon race, maybe the scrambler, to make it work. But that's where, if they are going to put one in, that's where I would suspect that it would go. That's where I really think. You'd be like Fred Grubb. Yeah, I could have my own ride in the yard. I mean, my parents have 10.5 acres, so that tells you how much rides I could put in that if I had the money to do it. I don't have the money to do it. I mean, if I sold all my pinball machines, I might be able to buy a kiddie ride or two. You know, a used one, not a new one. You know, I could probably get like a kiddie coaster. Woot woot to Speed Pass. Yeah, skip the line. We're going to have fun on that. We're going to have a ton of fun for that. So, I mean, you know, I actually put thought of that. Sell all my pinball machines to go get a kiddie ride. Like a kiddie coaster or something. Or, you know what really, I should get a GoFundMe page. You know what ride I really want to own? I know it's stupid and you guys are going to laugh. And it's okay to laugh at this, but I really want one of the kiddie rides with the boat in the water that, just spins around in the circle and you can ring the bell. I can't ride it because, one, I'm too big. I want one. You know what I mean? I want one of those kiddie rides. I have no idea why. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I want one of them kiddie rides. And I'm sure they're probably... I mean, I could probably sell one of these pinball machines and buy it. I don't see it being that much money, like an old used one. They're not going to get rid of the bathroom spot. They need that bathroom in that area. They're not going to get rid of that bathroom. Plus, I think they use that for like employee stuff too back there. So they're not gonna get that. Balloon race, I do agree, needs a queue area because Saturday I seen it was coming right up. People were blocking. People are that ignorant that they don't know how to form a line. Like, I'm just gonna stand in the middle of the midway here and screw you guys, and I'm just gonna stand there like a slab of meat. So yeah, they don't. You know what? I would like both. I want a bell and a buzzer on each seat. I want to be and a bell. Ding dong, ding dong. I want one. I don't know why I do. Now, the other event that I wanted to talk about was this, because I'm going to this. I haven't been to Canada's Wonderland since 1995. So this is what you're going to get for. It's on Saturday, September 15th. Registration starts at 7 a.m. 8 a.m. is 3 all-new, never-before-done tours at 8 a.m. From 9 to 10, ERT on Behemoth, Backlot Stunt Coaster, Mindbuster, and Skyhawk. 10 a.m. park opens to the public. 10:15, breakfast in the Backlot Cafe with Q&A. 2:30, a lunch buffet in the marketplace. 5 to 8, Beaver Tails and Action Zone. 8:15 to 9 is ERT on Wonder Mountain's Guardian, Thunder Run, and Lumberjack. And 8:15 to 9:45 is ERT on Leviathan. A lot of food. A lot of food. A lot of food. Now the prices at first, I went, holy shit! I was looking at it. If you're an Ace member without a season pass, it says $107. But that's Canadian, not American. Ace member with a season pass, $67 Canadian. Ace guest with a pass is $72. Ace guest with no pass is $110. So yeah, you can buy the tickets online. But yeah, so be prepared for me to do some I'm going to film stuff. I will go live during that event. I don't know what, where, when, and how, and what, and whatever. I mean, I could do like a live tour like I did during CoasterCon when I did the behind the scenes with, the haunted houses or when I did behind with Raw and Superman and all that. I could do that. So I don't know. I gotta decide that because myself, Luco, Jessica, Danielle, Jimmy, we're all going up there. We're gonna have a ball, but we're going up a little early. We're driving up on the Wednesday, so we're gonna do Niagara Falls. So we're gonna do stuff like that. There's haunted houses up there. There's some other rides. I don't know if they're gonna be open. I need to check that out. There's a lot of stuff to be done and to have fun. Now that I have all of you people here that are watching, and people that watch this after the show, answer me this question: when I stream Planet Coaster, if you're into watching that, what are good times to be? What days are good? What time is good? I know people work, people have lives, people see sports games, people want to watch games, people don't want to sit there and listen to me either be silent or talk about building a ride. The only reason why I ask is because I've been trying to do different times, different things, and I've been trying. I've been trying different things out because what I want to do is if I'm starting fresh, or even if I'm not, when people come in, because some people have suggested some cool stuff and I've done it, whether or not it's any good or not. And then some people missed out on a rage I had about a ride break, and Marcus Bean saw that and we were cracking up. But it's just something, now that I've started playing the game, I've been learning the game. I know there's still a lot for me to learn. But I don't know what times are good to stream it. Is it late at night, earlier in the evening, late evening? That's up to you guys to decide. I'm going to keep experimenting doing, I don't know if like 10 o'clock is good, 1 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, a weekend, like on a rainy day, is 2 o'clock in the afternoon good, like on a Saturday or a Sunday, because I know wintertime, it's going to be all over the place when I'm not really doing anything. And I'm just sitting there with a thumb up my butt going, hey, what am I going to do today? I like playing it whether anybody wants to watch it or not. So I just stream it. And if somebody wants to watch it, watch it. And one thing that I want to do is I need to find someone that's free on Thursdays to help out with the show during live thing. I want to start doing that. So somebody needs to be able to come here. So that's something to think about. If anybody that lives in the Rhode Island, Mass area that can get to the Burrillville area on a Thursday night when I go do the show, think about that. I know. What do you call it? Larry used to come here on a weekly basis, and we used to have fun. But what I'm trying to do is not necessarily a hosting. I mean, it could be. It depends on how we lay it out. Yeah, next year we'll add even more fun for that event, especially with Yukon Striker coming. It's going to be awesome. There's a lot of things that I want to check out in Canada, like Marineland, Fantasyland. I just need to make sure that things are open when I'm there. I don't know what the schedule is. That sounds good, John. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to find a time when people want to watch, and I know I do we had different times, and I'm not like, I don't want to hold myself to a time. See, Larry would have to take a day off from work, and I don't want people taking days off from work to do this, because what's going to happen is I'm starting to want to try to up the value of this show a little bit, and being a one-man show for the most part really sucks, because there's so many ideas that I have out there, but I can't get them all done. And there's so many things that I want to do, and I can't get them all done because it's just me. And it's good having somebody that's here that can figure it out. And it's good to have people, because within the next year or so, and it's going to happen more quick than later, that we're going to be moving the studio again, and doing that thing. Yeah, we need the group shows. I'm trying to get it all settled. When Luco doing it when he signs in and does it, it's good. So there's a lot of stuff. I have Easy Pass. I notice I pick up some people from overseas, obviously, like UK and stuff. Yeah. See, the football, I've had that conversation. I'm pretty much all set with football. Just things that Goodell has done and all the baloney going on and all the rule changes and stuff like that. Yeah, the poor side. Governor, what's her name there? Gina Raimondo, she's going to get her ass kicked in the election. I think she's going to be gone. Her and whoever else is just... Whoever had any part about not doing anything about trying to save the Poor Sox, they're out. I'm willing to bet money on that. Now I can't do Tuesday. Tuesday is myself and Jessica's date night. I can't do that. I can't take away date night from Jessica. That's really like one of the only nights that we can get away from the kids and don't have to deal with kids. I'm not losing that night for the Grove show. I mean, sometimes I may have to if I'm going away, but if I'm not going away, I don't want to lose my date night with Jessica because, look, I know she loves Alyssa and I love my kids to death, but let me tell you, the kids are a pain in the ass. Let's just say that. You're trying, even if you're just trying to like sit on the couch and watch a movie and mind your own business, instead of them playing their video games or sitting there like quietly watching a movie, they gotta raise hell and jump all over us. It sucks. I don't know, I would have to talk to Jessica about switching date night. I don't know if she wants to switch date night, but we'll see. It's something to talk about, but if I switch date night, that's not going to happen until the end of this off season anyway. I'm not going to just switch it all of a sudden in the middle. Because every time I do that, it confuses the hell out of people. People are finally getting on that I changed the times to 8:30. Now if I go change the days, it's going to be crazy. But yeah, so there's that, and there's that, and there's that. And I think in a little bit, I'm going to stream some more Planet Coaster crap. And just because I'm kind of itching to play it again, I like it. That would be my girlfriend, my woman, that will be like 3 years together in like April, May. I don't know. She doesn't even, and she doesn't even know the date that we finally became a couple and met and all that. Well, finally a woman that can't remember that kind of stuff. It's kind of awesome. But yeah, it's been over 2 years. It's probably the longest relationship I had in a long time. And I didn't want to be like, I'm done with this crap. Well, Wednesday is my pinball night. I have so many nights. I mean, I'm willing to change to a Tuesday. I mean, I could even... Well, see, you can't do Monday because of Monday Night Football. I mean, I could probably... You know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let me do this. I want to take a poll, and I'm going to put it on SFNEOnline's Facebook. What night would entice people to watch the Grove Show? And I'll just put every night of the week and just see what they say. You got a jail out of free card with that. I did. Any flats and coasters that SFNE rumored to be removed at the end of 2018. I haven't heard any rumors of rides being removed. What do you call it? Here's the problem. Because I know something that potentially would ruin it, and I'm trying not to ruin anything for anybody. Because I know I don't want to ruin stuff for people. I know people like to know, but when you find out what's coming and what's potentially coming, when there's concrete evidence, it kills the soul. It kills everything. You know what I mean? Trust me. I wish I didn't know anything. I really wish you have no idea. Like, I used to love when announcements came, it was like Christmas. You know what I mean? Like Christmas Eve, you woke up early in the morning, 5 a.m., because you know that's when it was coming out. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, and then I'm like, and now that I find out stuff sometimes a year before, 6 months, weeks, and it's kind of like, I don't have that. I don't have that enthusiasm that I once had for announcement day. Now, I mean, I get up early and then I post stuff and I get stuff. Oh, because for you guys, because you guys like, yes, now I know what I'm getting, and then everybody has the conversation and everybody complains and either is all for it or bitches and cries and whatever it is. So, and I really, really hope Jim Reed Anderson gives us another cringy, creepy announcement video. That's awesome. I love him. He needs to keep doing them. That's what he needs to do. He needs to keep doing it. I love it when he's on a motorcycle or riding a roller coaster or doing something stupid. It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I want to get back into doing that. The group Halloween shows, the Christmas shows. I want to do all that stuff again. But I need to build a team. That's what I need. I need to build a team that I can have regular meetings with and actually make it like something good. And if I have to move the show to a different night to make that happen, then I will do that. But it has to all be strategically done. And if I'm going to move the date, it has to be done. Like, I want everything. I want, like, you know, better news segments instead of me being scatterbrained, you know, all over the place. Like, if I'm like, here's the news, blah, 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 and then not, you know, and then at the end, and I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm just going to run. I think this is what's going to be. Oh, yeah, I'm doing Fairtown. Matter of fact, Mr. Coaster Box, I don't know if you heard the news. I'm going in right before they open to film for them because they're going to take that footage and use it for, like, YouTube and commercials and whatever, because I can film in the dark, and it's going to be awesome. And then they're going to let me film they can touch you, you know, the full contact. I've been talking with the owner. We've been setting things up. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, the show is a scatterbrain, but I feel that it should be me talk about the news, have everybody just start ranting off questions like at the end of the show. About like Coaster Box. He's like, hey, are you doing this? Did you hear about this? What do you think about that? What about this? What about, because the show is so unorganized. I don't know if that's what makes people want to watch the show. I don't know if that's what's making people not want to watch the show. I don't know. I'm trying to, and I'm not doing it for people. I'm doing it for myself. It's like, I'm trying to find what makes me happy, content, not going crazy, and making a show that I'm proud of the Grow Show from beginning to end. Am I talking about Ace? In what sense are you talking about? Am I talking about Ace? What do you mean by that? I'm trying to find myself in where I want this show to be. I have all these grand ideas, and I'm always trying to do things, but I need an Ace show not edited. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not talking about like going like crazy weird things. I'm talking about this show in particular. I'm just trying to find my rhythm. I mean, I want the show to be personal, personal between all of us. That's what made the show, why people watch it, why it's always fun, and why I love doing it. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more organized, because sometimes I go back and I watch it and I'm like, like really? Like it was that bad? Yeah, in my mind, and I know when I'm critiquing my own stuff. And I know you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you guys, the faithful followers that watch it, and I appreciate every single one of you. And you guys do throw out ideas. Oh, yeah, no. When I do these live shows, there's no post-production. There's no nothing. This is just straight raw. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to add a little pizzazz to it. But I do want to do a pre-recorded show. But when I do that, that's more of a sit-down with people doing like a video podcast that's recorded, edited out, and has more people in it. This is like raw, live, uncut, and that's what I want the Grow Show to always be. But have a little bit of pizzazz to it. I don't know how many of you. Let me ask you this. When you guys see all this crap back here, no, it's not crap, but I love my pinball machines. Would you rather look at the pinball machines all the time, or would you rather have something that's more in line with amusement parks, where it could have a pinball machine and it could have a lot of stuff that associates to the industry? You know, it could be ride signs, it could be ride vehicles, it could be, you know, I'm talking, you know, ride banners instead of just pinball machines. I mean, no wrong. I would be all for looking at this. I'm just trying to. I mean, there's only been a few that have seen this. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know. Very few have actually seen, like Marcus Bean has. Larry has actually seen this. Obviously, Luco, my kids, obviously they live here. The few that have been here, they look at it and go, oh, this is where the show is? Like, they're not, like, dogging it. It's just, yeah, it's the, you know, I need that. I'm already starting in my design phase of the new space. But until then, I'm thinking about moving pinball machines around and stuff so I can start working on a look now. It's not going to be the look when I move, but it's going to be the look now that's better, and ideas like that. Yeah, I mean, if I could get a bumper car, roller coaster car, something. I mean, it couldn't be in this incarnation here because I don't know how hard it's going to be to get a bumper car or a roller coaster car down those stairs over the back there, the stairs beyond the old Smoky sign. The stairs. I don't think you could really get a roller coaster car up and down, you know, if you were going to move, and, you know, so that's kind of what, you know. But the new place, I would love to be able to, you know, it would all be incorporated into the design if I could get it, because I could spend the time now refurbishing it, getting it done, painting it, making it look like how I want it to be, and blah, 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 blah. So, but I want to start doing stuff, so I'm going to work on that. But yeah, that's basically the gist. Yeah, and I don't want to be taken apart and then reassembling it. That's just, when it comes to certain things, I'm lazy as hell. You know what I mean? I'm lazy is all it can be. So that's a lot of work I don't want to do. But I love to have it. I mean, I had that in the old spot. I had some stuff, you know, I had banners, I had all kinds of souvenirs and props and stuff. It was cool. Now it's just pinball machines, which is still cool, but that's not what I'm going for. Like, I think with the studio, we'll have a pinball machine. I'm trying my hardest to get a ride vehicle, and we're going to decorate it nice so I can sit in the ride vehicle and do the show. I mean, how badass would that be? Cough, got one. Cough, cough. Cough, cough, which one you get? Cough, cough. Or text me, and then I'll say what you got, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to do. And like I said, if I have to change the date to get people involved to make it a better night, I would do that. I'm sure Jessica wouldn't mind if I go, sorry, honey, it's not going to be Tuesday's date night. It'll be Monday or Thursday or whatever night it is. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But if you get what I got all these grand ideas that I'm trying to do, and I don't want everything to be just me. Even doing vlogs. That's why I try to bring the kids and Jessica and Luco and everybody I'm hanging with at the parks. I'm trying to bring everybody into it. Because I feel when I hang out with all of you guys, like in the parks and stuff, you guys are like my family. You know, Larry and Luco, and I've never met John yet, and I've met Charles quite a few times. He's a good guy if you never met him. I don't believe I met BSM. I don't know. I met Coaster Box. He's a good dude. You know, Marcus Beans crashed at my house. He was playing Planet Coaster with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of those. I'm not a dickhead. Like, if people that know me, like when we hang out and we have fun. That's what it's all about. And I like to bring everybody I can into the madness. Hello, tell Tina I say hello. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I want to try it. You know what I mean? Like, I want the best for everybody. Oh, I don't even want, until it's in my hands, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to jinx it until it's in my hands, because that would be so badass. I can't say it, man. I can't until it's in my hands and we work the deal. I can't say it until it's in my hands. I don't want to say it because that would be balls to the walls, awesome. The news I just got. If I could like do, never mind. That would be awesome. If I could do that, I would love for that to happen. If that's legit, dude. Oh my God. That just like my mind. Did you see my head? The top of my head exploded. It just flew off. I'm looking for it. I know you guys. I'm sure that everybody besides John, me and John know something that nobody else, not even Luco knows this. And my mind is. What lag? Something. What? What? I can't. I can't read that. Damn. That. Put it this way. When I have these items in my hand, I will make a video all about it and show it. Like, this is like huge. You guys don't even know how to me anyway, this is huge. Huge, and I'm rambling. You guys are like, what are you talking about? You'll find out soon enough. I need to talk to this dude later. Nah, I think Clorox bleach is like one of Devin's friends. So, it's like a troll-ish type of person. You know what I'm saying? We just let him troll away. I think that's one of Devin's friends, because Devin's friends are like huge fans of that Martin's Family channel because of all that stuff. We got the t-shirt coming out, and they all want to wear it to bust Devin's chops in school. And it's going to be a picture of Devin with a plate of cheeseburgers and hot dogs saying, Devin the Cheeseburger Destroyer. And it'll probably sell like maybe 5 or 6 t-shirts, but it's just going to be funny. His friends are going to be walking around. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, Clorox bleach cleans toilets. If you need a fresh, clean toilet, talk to Clorox bleach. He will clean your toilet. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I don't have all those crazy... Oh, that was the night, I think, that I pulled a gun out on the pizza guy. I think that's what that night was. If that's what you're talking about, when they were having the pizza guy call and all that, and then the pizza guy came to my house. The person was trolling with me, and then the doorbell was ringing. Like, after the show, the doorbell rang, and I went and got my Glock. And then I was out in the window, and I pulled it out on the pizza guy, and, like, I started screaming at him. Yeah, I know, that's not something you should really be admitting on YouTube or anything. I didn't shoot the gun. I probably made the pizza guy piss himself, but you don't come to my door knocking on it. And especially if I didn't order a pizza and there's a thing going on. Whoever that was almost got a pizza guy shot. And I didn't order pizza from that place for a while because they were probably not gonna like deliver it to my house thinking that I was gonna shoot somebody. Yeah, it's gonna be cool because what I think we're gonna show little videos of it, like progress, because it's gonna be awesome. Like, to have that, and then it won't show up and be used. Maybe it can get used beforehand. Maybe I could bring it into the house, and I'd have to do the show from upstairs. I would not be able to do it down here, but I could definitely retheme, like redo my dining room or something for it. Could do it. It would be awesome, and then everybody would want to be on the show because of it. Let me tell you, you all would want to be in the show because of the awesomeness that we're working on. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I am going to, I'm glad that you wipe butts, Clorox bleach. And Coaster Box, I'm not ignoring you about like room and rides. I just don't want to say anything. Because if I say anything, it'll totally give anything away. There may or may not be rides being removed. I'll leave it at that. I know that you don't want to know that. I know you guys want answers, but 1, I'm doing it for myself. 2, I'm doing it so I don't piss off the park. 3, don't you guys just want to be surprised? Don't you guys, for once in your life, just want to be like, hey, I didn't know nothing. Here it is. Merry Christmas. You only got to wait a week from today. By this time next week, we're going to be talking about the new ride. So, yeah, have no fear. You can deal with it for another week. You can deal with my cryptic stuff. And trust me, I don't even want to know what I know. It's killing me that I know. It's killing me that I know. Mainly Kostas, it may be that. It may not be that. I know the answer. You might even know the answer. I don't know if you know the answer. Yeah, we get all that information emailed to us at 5 a.m. And then we... So basically what I'm going to do is get up at 5 a.m. or right before it and start prepping a post for it to get all the information and get it rolling so I can get it out as fast as possible on Thursday morning. But I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get my fat butt a drink and a snack, and then I'll actually be back in like 10 minutes, and I'm going to stream Planet Coaster for a little bit if anybody's into watching that. If you want to watch me build, and if you do, I'll put the link out on Facebook. I'll put the link out on Twitter, and we can if you want to come in and help, we can chit chat and build a park together. So we'll be back next Thursday. We're going to be definitely talking about what's coming all the Six Flags parks. We're going to talk about the Six Flags visit. I'm going to be meeting up with Dave, Jody, and Cadence, and Luco, and the kids. And we're going to be going to Lake Compounce. And we'll see what happens. I mean, there should be a lot to take in next week. Next week's going to be awesome. I'm trying. Had to something at work earlier. What was the thing around my area? Oh, it was about San Antonio SeaWorld getting a new turtle exhibit for next year and a airboat and a mini Discovery is what they're getting. I heard that Great Adventure is getting what Six Flags New England's getting. That's what I heard. I mean, I heard you know what? I've heard all kinds of rumors about Great Adventure. Like, usually there's something like pretty solid, like that's given. Things keep changing so much. First I heard Raptor, then I heard just Water Park, then I heard now the Discovery for Great Adventure. I don't have a solid, I didn't get anything like in the form of paper or anything, a solid thing about that. But, you know, Great Adventure is weird because don't forget, like I've said before, when we got the Joker at New England, we were not supposed to get the Joker. We were just supposed to get the makeover with Superman and the what do you call it? The mind eraser with the new stuff. We weren't supposed to really get anything huge for the year, and then we got last second they switched and gave us the Joker. So anything, I mean, that could happen again. We could get something cool. They could take stuff away. Look what happened to Laurent. They was supposed to get 3 things. They got 1 thing. Oh, speaking of Laurent, I heard a rumor that Poltergeist is leaving Fiesta, Texas and going to Laurent. I heard about that. That's another rumor I heard. But, all right, I'm going to get going. I'll be back in about like 10 minutes, give or take, and do some Planet Coast if you want to join in. If that's your thing, by all means. If not, I'll see you next Thursday. If anybody's at Six Flags Saturday or Lake Compound Sunday, I will see you there. Until then, I will see you guys next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. And thanks for watching again. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to it, share it, retweet it, whatever you do. And I will see you guys next week. So until then, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.